Can you help me? Can you help me? Dot, dot, dot? What? What? Can you understand me? There are none happiest in this world, but those who enjoy freely a vast horizon. Is that a yes? It's true, it is a vast horizon, and beautiful. Right, so you can hear me. So can you hear me? I can. Holy God! So here we are with the talking deer. Well, my mind melted sooner than I expected. This can't be real. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Don't presume to know it's the feeling reciprocates. Ah, we've met on a significant day, woodland boy. Significant how? I'm glad you asked. Today I've decided to go insane. Is that so? It is so. And how did you decide? It's simple, really. Firstly, I drove off a cliff. Secondly, I talked to a deer. Thirdly, thusly. Yet to be written. Uncharted, uncharted. Quite so. The vast unknown in which I befriend an elk. And then die. Not an elk. Sorry. Told you not to presume to understand. What were you saying about horizons? There are none happiest in this world, but those who enjoy freely a vast horizon. I don't think this qualifies for freedom or happiness or, what? Is something wrong? What's your point exactly? Your soul is free to follow the flow of the ocean's tide. You've got a funny idea of free, my hooved friend. You are alive. For now, you have an ocean of possibility before you. You mean the ocean, the literal ocean? Well, you have both. True, I have possibilities and I have actual water. But the feeling of looking deeply across an ocean, there is no parallel. The pulse of the tide. I do find the sigh of the breeze. Captivating, elusive horizon. You have simply been gifted an anchored perspective. Fortunate, I would even say. Huh. I will say that I do occasionally crave going to the seaside. I do love to look at the ocean and appreciate the ocean and appreciate being near an ocean. And there is something calming about the sound of waves, which is why you get it on so many like meditation disc CDs and things like that, and people play it in massage parlors and whatever. And yeah, I think it is a beautiful, calming thing to look at the sea. And I suppose in this scenario where you are neither dead nor free physically, you are forced to endure or enjoy what you see. And I think that's true of a lot of things in life. I think it's too easy to ignore what's around you. If you live in a town your whole life, you tend not to appreciate the beauty of it, or a village, or in the middle of nowhere. And I think sometimes it's worth getting a fresh perspective on the world around you. Anyway, a short burst of oceanic enlightenment then maybe. or I admire your optimism. I think this. Oceanic Enlightenment. And then Eternal Death. That's not what I was trying to say. You seem to still be clutching on to me. Only just. If you are alive, that is enough. That is all. Alive or expired. Well, then I'm in limbo. Is this how you envision limbo? To be honest, kind of, yes. I suppose in time, all becomes clear. You really are an unrelenting fountain of encouragement. Thank you. Above all else, we have hope. What the heck am I supposed to be hopeful for now? Hope's way gone. Hope's gone, way gone. See, I don't think this situation is without hope. If the winds go correctly, it could stabilize the car enough for you to get out and get back on land. If you can get into the back seat and maybe climb through the boot and get out, and then it'll tip her. It's not a hopeless scenario for this guy, but he is clearly, it feels like hope has gone. But I'd rather ask the question to hopefully receive an answer of hope. Getting out of your current situation. See? That's what I'm saying. I would say that there are very few hopeless scenarios. Hope is key, assuming that is your ambition. The hanging off a cliff situation? It is a situation with a conclusion. True. The conclusion is not out of your control. Can I ask you something? Because I don't want to be fatalist. Am I actually balancing off the edge of a cliff? Am I hallucinating? Am I actually balancing off the edge of a cliff? Yes. I'm trying to keep this positive if I can, and at the edge of an immeasurably steep cliff. Great, thank you. Not at all. How close to the edge am I, or how else am I supposed to get off this cliff, dearie? That seems, again, more despair, and this seems more, like, eye-wateringly so. Do I want to know what's at the bottom? Nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, this is confirming knowledge. Rocks, water, waves. I love all of those things. Great. Fantastic, in fact. I get the feeling there may be some sarcasm in that. Try to calm yourself. What do you just sort of hyperventilate? I think, what do you suggest? First, take a moment. The sun has almost gone. Anything? We're taking a moment. Close your eyes. Wow. This game is so beautiful. Inhale deeply. Count backwards from 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. At 0, exhale. Welcome to the meditation channel with the magical one. ASMR at its finest. We will keep you calm in emergency situations. And you're back in the room. Okay, that did help. Yes! Let's get onto the positivity train. Let's save our own lives. Wonderful. You can gain clarity and perspective when you slow your thoughts. True that. To a glacial pace. Now, what are you going to do? Somehow drive back to safety. Said before that he had to wait till night to try the engine. Obviously I could give it another go. May as well try it. He said he just waited last time that it didn't respond. Nope. Okay, bad idea. That did not sound like the correct noise. It was absolutely incorrect noise. I thought this might happen. Yep. This has happened before. The engine's a relic. The Iron Machine appears a relic. Correct. In which you are encased. Entombed. Oh wow, melodrama. I believe not. Your predicament is tricky, but I would not grant your spirit the encumbrance of dread. Ah, that's a beautiful way of saying that. Instead, let us look forward. Correct. This moment is brand new, and in it lies answers. But first, we must think. This has happened before, and yet here you are. So there is a solution. Well, yeah. Oh, click on it. And it is waiting, or the engine needs some time to cool off. And that might take how long? Well, you know, the entire night. All night. A night is a long time to wait when you stare death in the eye. Comforting! Perhaps you should explore other avenues of escape. Like what? Climbing into the back seat and exiting through the boot. Getting out. Well, no. I have, but you haven't, yes, so... a viable option. Let's try it. Oh, this seems so risky. Oh, so he's trying to get out of that side. Nope. Looks like we're here for the long run. I'm pretty sure it is a 2CV. I love the style of this though, it's stunning. That is quite a cliff. Wow. It makes me wonder why that person was out there driving. Where were they going? Where were they coming from? The sun goes down. So why were you wandering here? It's a strange place to be. Could ask us the same question in all fairness. Yeah. As you wish. And anyway, I totally asked you first. So there is some story. Just as a cloud to the various places that call to my spirit. This is one such place to watch the world unwind. is a beautiful vista. Glad you agree. Not everyone can appreciate what lies before them. It's been oddly calming. Yeah. I always find it to be so. Do you always come here? I go where I am drawn to. These cliffs have always held significance. It's like a forest spirit. Reminds me of like the Studio Ghibli stuff. The Islands of Fateborn is both here today. What drew you here? There's something special about this edge of the world. Well, I mean, I don't pick any old rock to throw myself off. I have taste. Does this place feel strange to you? I don't know what it is. Feels significant. Yeah, like we're here to watch the sun explode, or like we're only two left in the world. It does kind of feel like that sometimes when you're in this, and that's... yeah. Well, the fate of the planet. But it is... actually, it bodes very well, because if you're the only person left, then the planet kind of gets to renew itself. Not good for human beings, I would say, but whatever. Do you want... see? Probably better off, correct. That's what I was just saying. But, yeah. But I do love those corners of the world where you end up with these beautiful vistas and you get awe of nature, and you do realise that the world continues on without you, and I think that's a beautiful thing. The significance, what it is, everything. That's very vague, combined. What you feel is sunbeams streaming through the sky, weave through every hum of life on this cliff, until they sing. The significance is the harmony, the sum of life. So, sunbeams. Harmony. What? It is simply everything. Together. In unison. Do you feel like you belong here? I wholeheartedly do. I'm trying to take it in to distract from the whole about to die thing. It feels futile, but it's difficult. It's not impossible. How do you not just feel like a spectator? A spectator? I feel like I'm looking at something, like a fly stuck in a snow globe. Not like I'm part of some grand, beautiful design. Largely down to your perspective. Like a narrow mind, an obscure line of sight. I do find that when you get to beautiful places like this, these days everybody's kind of concerned with how do I get the best photograph of this to put up on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever. And too many times people like just need to put their phones or cameras in their pockets and just sit and experience. Don't worry about, you know, sharing it with everybody else or doing something else. It's just, you know, absorbing being in a moment like this, being in a place like this. Although, admittedly, much harder from the inside of a car that's teetering on the edge of a cliff, but still, try. Blurred by the arrogance of youth? Maybe. Maybe the narrowness of man? Or the glass of the windows? Oh. You cannot hope to experience the universal totality and grace of nature when your view is warped from the outset. Even if I could get out and bask in the sunbeams, or whatever. How am I supposed to feel all connected? By actually getting out there, you have to extend your mind beyond the car. What for? The car is insignificant in relation to the whole. It's significant to me. Huh. When compared with the grand impression of the world on the mind, on the soul, the car is a minor detail. The car is my entire world right now. Because this is true of a lot of people. They get caught up on, you know, what am I doing for work today, and what am I having for lunch today, and oh, I've got to meet such and such at the weekend, and oh, I've got to make sure I've got enough money to buy alcohol. When really, if you think about the bigger picture, the grand scheme of life, these things don't matter that much. People do get caught up on small things, little things, possessions, details, things like cars, things like, you know, whether you have a nice place to live and whether you're a nice place to live, when really it's, are you happy? Are you enjoying life? Are you pursuing your passions? That's more important, really. And it's easy to lose perspective, to not see the woods for the trees. In this moment, that is how it feels. Your life hangs in the balance. The threads of your fate lay exposed. The car holds you captive. What matters is what is outside. Outside the car? Yes, outside. Let's see. We have ocean. Sky. Talking deer. Whenever I have found myself in a worrisome situation, far from hope, far from resolve, I have always found the comfort to be in nature. What if your worrisome situation is nature? Because nature is not the worrisome situation here. The worrisome situation is the car on the cliff. I actually also, I go out running sometimes, and I do find that when you go running in nature, away from people, you know, with your phone turned off or put away, and you're uncontactable, it is freeing, and it does make you feel more connected to life, I guess. I don't know, it's a hard thing, but I would totally recommend, if you tend to be more of a shut-in, and if you tend to be a slave to technology, switch off for a bit. Go out into a forest, you know, go out to the top of a hill, go out and find a little bit of nature and reconnect to life rather than technology. I'm not saying give up one for the other, but life's about finding balance. Sometimes you have to stand over the brink of fear in order to know truth. That's deep. To stare into oblivion. A moment of perfect exhilaration will offer clarity. But if you stare into the abyss stares back. A tranquil restoration. This is your idea of tranquil restoration? Yes. It is a manner of thinking. It's a manner of death proximity, actually. Yeah, man, you are focusing on that. But right this moment, you are given the chance to look. You were brought here to this grand spectacle for a reason. Here you can witness everything. Got a point. Let the wind wash over you as a wave. Let the sunlight pour into you and fill your spirit. It's not that easy. But you'll try. Think about it. About what? Your situation. Okay. You marked out your options yourself. I did? Yes. Wait. Still? Still. In the meantime, you have an opportunity. I do. Yeah, don't get sarky. Just, I beg you to focus your attention on the horizon. Just the horizon? The horizon. Focus. Oh wow. The graphics are so simple in this game, but they add such an effect. It's things like all these small lines coming up, and it creates the illusion of ocean really, really well. Nothing. Look deeper. Truly look. Until the world slips away to nothing but you and the horizon. What? No, this game's getting seriously metaphysical right now. This is deep. This is the most ASMR game ever. This is so beautiful and calm.